for this much-anticipated middleweight encounter. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Kyle the Natural Ohio. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Dricus Du Plessis.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
One of the best middleweights in the world at present, Dricus Du Plessis, prioritizing a fast start tonight as we get underway in round 1. Not as though he's been a fighter who historically plays with his food at times, but Du Plessis doesn't want to give his opponent any window for optimism or confidence. As such, he felt like his jab was going to lead the dance, and eventually his right hand would close the show. Well, that left hand has been there at times, not on that attempt. Both fighters starting to open up a little bit. Oh, knee strike right to the midsection there. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? He needs another huge knee. Oh, now they separate. Just over 3 minutes to go.
Oh, that was landed, yep. Gets in a single collar tie. Look for him to now start to find uppercuts up the middle to try to do damage to his opponent.
Oh, there's the singles. Well, he's more than content to work.
Oh, he's attacking guillotine.
Oh, that gilly is tight. Oh, somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth, but the submission defense wins this transition. Oh, he got 2 spots.
Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. If they try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submissions. Gotta be careful here. Oh, nice.
Oh, the ground and pound is there.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man. Very active off of his back. Lands a beautiful strike from the bottom.
Du Plessis back in full mount. That is how you reverse position on the ground. Beautifully done by him there. Oh, huge pop from the crowd as the fighters get back up to their feet. I mean, you and I know the good grappling match, but these fighters came to see knockouts.
Yeah, the fans came to see them knock each other out, and that's what they're going to get. All the grappling was beautiful to watch, Sean, but ultimately, it is the striking that people show up for.
Full sounds for the end of round 1. All right, that's the end of the round. You see the fighter's got a cut on his lip, not necessarily a Robbie Lawler lip opening, if you know what I'm talking about, but certainly something that could be a source of adversity here moving forward. Cut man in there quickly to try to shore it up. All right, let us get you some replays from the damage in that previous round. Perhaps we can even isolate the shot that opened the cut.
I mean, just some big shots landed over the course of that round. And he wasn't responsible defensively. He was trying to tough out way too many situations. You can't do that when you're fighting a guy like this. If he doesn't change something, he's going to find himself in trouble.
Second round underway. There's that kick. Right hook to the head block. Massive right hand. He'll engage in a single collar tie. Whiffs on the elbow.
to the body.
Just missed with the leg kick. All right, single collar sign now. Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Beautiful jab lands.
Some damage being doled out, and now some swelling upstairs on his opponent.
He's not moving his head effectively. He's trying to be face first. Look, you have to prove how tough you are. You got to move your head. Be active. Don't be reactive in your defenses.
Single collar tie now. Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round one. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round. He certainly picked up the pace here, and as a result, he has taken control of this second round.
Beautiful hand on this one. Another punch lands.
And now some separation. Just over 2 minutes now to go in the round.
What a kick. That one landed.
Keep those punches going. You're landing. You're landing. Just missed with the left there. Good shot there to land the takedown. Nice shot by Duplessis. Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
At this point, you just have to do something. You have to maybe start trying to pull guard, grab him, pull him into you to try to change it and get him in your realm where you have the advantage.
Really good job to land these strikes from top position.
Ref won't help you here. Just as the referee will never take a guy out of mountains, they will not take a guy off of your back. You have to get him out of his position.
20 seconds to go, round two. Oh, nice job by him there to move into half guard. Not much resistance from the bottom fight.
He's just too good in this position. Look for ground and pound immediately.
All right, round three coming up next.
All right, take a seat, bud. Beautiful. Get some water and breathe. That was an awesome round, man. You were outworking this guy everywhere, okay? Your cardio was great. I told you.
All right, a lot of tremendous striking action in that last round, DC. I know you don't have a telestrator, but take us through the replay.
I mean, I would love to have my telestrator right now. That was a great display of high-level mixed martial arts striking. Both combatants stood toe-to-toe and let it all hang out.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go. 5 minutes remain in the fight. All right, next round is now underway. I thought there was pretty good back and forth action in the previous round.
Yes, it wasn't a firefight. It wasn't two guys throwing the kitchen sink at each other. But you did see times where they came together and you saw the skill level of these two fighters.
Gets to the single collar tie.
Well, that one should leave it on. Outstanding leg kick employed there by Dricus Du Plessis.
Yeah, he's got to. He's got to start checking kicks. Oh, knocked right in.
Back and forth we go. Du Plessis' left calf starting to show signs of bruising courtesy of those leg kicks. Oh, with the 1-2 punch. Takedown defense is there. Busy in the clinch, lands that punch.
He's got that single collar tie locked in.
Champ, look at that redness underneath his elbow. Picture perfect shot there, DC, and one more of those.
I mean, the fight is going to be over. I can't believe he's still standing. That shot landed perfect.
Oh, big left hand there. Lands an elbow. All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. We'll see what he does here. He postures up and lands to the head. Du Plessis getting touched here repeatedly with these ground and pound strikes from the top. Referee's not going to bail you out. Now inside the closed guard. pressure here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC.
And there you go, again, half guard. The hard ground and pound is paying dividends. He has opened up a cut.
Less than a minute now to go in the fight.
Great ground and pound by this man. Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
And there it is, another strike gets through on the ground. 20 seconds to go in the fight. Duplessis right back to the full mount here. Pretty good head movement. He's avoiding a lot of these ground strikes. All right, so a lot to like over the distance of that fight tonight. Clearly, we think we saw one guy win the fight and largely got it done with the striking.
Yeah, he got it done with the striking. And that's exactly what he's known for. He's known as a guy that's so comfortable whenever he's in the stand-up. And that showed tonight as he truly outworked his opponent.
The official decision is now in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Dricus Silva Duplessis.
All right, so there he is. The celebration is on. He tried to leave the judges out of it tonight, was unable to do that, but a pretty dominant effort nonetheless. He's your winner by unanimous decision.
And you've got to feel good about that. You've got to feel good about dominating every aspect of a fight and getting a victory. He should be very proud of his performance tonight.
All right, now let's get to the tail of the tape for this featherweight tilt. Now for the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Arnold Almighty Allen. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Diego Lopez.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, all eyes on almighty Arnold Allen as this round gets underway, and it sort of took him a while to resonate with his fellow elite featherweight peers. You can be sure he is now on the champion's radar, has had a lot of big wins on his resume, has yet to taste defeat inside the octagon, and at least as far as the film is concerned, Daniel, haven't seen much resembling a glaring weakness when it comes to the all-around game of Arnold Allen. Oh, nice combination there. He is just killing him with volume tonight.
Jab, right hand, body shot, kicks. What a masterful show of different techniques and ability to throw in combination. Big shot to the head. Those are big strikes.
Oh, high amplitude head kick.
Oh, back and forth we go.
Nice jab. Just over 3 minutes here to go round 1. Some nice power there with the left hook upstairs.
That was perfect. I want more of that.
Oh, look at him snap off the jab. That's pretty to watch. Beautiful employment of the jab here.
Scoop and shoot.
Man, he has been absolutely masterful on the feet this evening, and everything has worked off of that patented jab. He has had it in his opponent's face all night long, and he's used it to set up his other combinations. Expertly done on the feet tonight.
Guillotine here.
That guillotine is tight.
Fight
awareness by the defensive fighter. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Good, solid strike on the ground. Allen's back in half guard, very comfortable here. Body attack and it's blocked. That is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
45 seconds to go here in round one. Unable to connect with a right hook. Lunges forward with a left there. Oh, he lands another shot.
Oh, he's not going to guillotine.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. So the fighter was really caught in a submission there just as the horn sounded. Safe to say he was saved by the bell there. So back to the stools they go. 60 seconds to recover here. We're going to fight on, ladies and gentlemen. Another round coming up. All right, so there's the horn. That means the round is over. We nearly had a finish due to a submission, but I think you got to give credit to both the offense and the defense there.
Yeah, you got to give credit to both guys, but nothing's more beautiful than an extended grappling exchange like we just witnessed. One guy up and submitted, one guy escaped. It's one of the most exciting things you can watch in all of mixed martial arts. Big strike lands. Now he looks to try to chase down that finish.
Oh, he lands a massive kick here.
Oh, right hand.
Big left hand lands upstairs. Looks like he's trying to set up a takedown here. There's the attempt.
Nasty high kick. How is he still standing?
Allen's overhand punch to the head doesn't get there, blocked by the defense.
Oh, high kick. Yeah, he's hurt really bad.
Oh, he lands a big left hand. Allen's now switching his stance. All right, so now we start to see some bruising appearing on the torso, and all of that courtesy of the body work of his opponent.
Just the wherewithal to go to the body and the discipline to stay with that approach. I mean, it's just tremendous. You see a fighter with a high fight IQ following a game plan, and it's working. One takedown is easy to defend. When you start stringing them together is when guys struggle. He passes to half guard.
All right, side control now. Oh, tight submission attempt now with the Darce.
That Darce choke is tight.
Getting tighter. Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
All right, dominant position for him here. Full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knee. Push at the hip, create some distance, trip, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
Man, that is loud. Another strike lands for the kickboxer. He really found that flow state pretty early in this fight, and he hasn't looked back.
He found it really early. And when this guy gets into his groove, he is hell on wheels. And right now he's showing why he is such a high-level, high-regarded kickboxer. He is outclassing this guy.
And busy as he looks to improve position here. Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in. 10 minutes in the books.
Looking good. We got one more round. I need you to go this one as hard as you can. This is it. 5 more minutes.
All All right, there's the horn, and what a round it was. DC, take us through the replays.
Punch after punch. He landed him at will. He went right at his opponent, got in his face, and showed, this is my octagon. We are going to dance to the beat of my tune.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Third round underway. Oh, nicely done to block the strike and counter with the jab. Just misses with the left hook. Offensive fight. Nice job to block the shot there. Oh, that hook has been there all night.
He's hurt so bad. You gotta find safety. Find a way that you can recover.
Inside leg kick. All right, well, he rocked him pretty good, but didn't sort of smell blood in the water, and now his opponent's back in the fight.
I mean, blood's in the water. Both of them landed massive shots. That guillotine is very tight.
Oh, under the chin here. Could be the end. His work, guys. Oh, might be trying to set up a leg submission here. Oh, I don't know. That heel hook looks tight. Oh, he's out. Fighters back to their feet here. Oh, lands another beautiful strike to the body. Really starting to connect at will when it comes to working the body, and especially effective doing it later in this fight. Didn't see a lot of that from him in the earlier rounds.
He's got to either go southpaw or he has to actually just try to throw the whole kitchen sink at him.
Under 2 minutes to go in round 3. A lot of top pressure being applied here.
Darce, yep, he's trying to hit a Darce here. Got it very tight. He got out again. It's unbelievable.
Oh, man, that left side is getting beat up now. Look at the redness there. Working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. You get in a bad spot on the ground and you want to reverse it. That's what you need to do.
Masterclass in changing position. Unreal to see.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. That Darce is tight.
That Darce choke is very tight. What he has to do now is slide that on the under the neck. Great swing and full display by the opponent.
Stop.
Let's look back at some of the action, DC. They go the distance tonight, but you got to think he won over the judges with his striking acumen tonight.
Yeah, you got to watch one of the best strikers in the entire UFC. He did everything so well, and in my opinion, he should cruise to a very easy decision.
All right, the official decision is now in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges scored the contest 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Arnold Almighty Allen.
All right, well, congratulations to that man right there. The rather gifted kickboxer had it all going tonight, played to his strengths, scored points, and I thought secured a relatively clear-cut decision win.
You know, John, everybody asked, what was this guy's ceiling when he came to the UFC, when he has that background in kickboxing? I think we know now. We know that this guy can be a champion because not only can he kickbox, he can do everything, and it was all shown in this huge unanimous decision.
And now our tail of the tape for this heavyweight fight. All right, now to get us started, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Derek the Black Beast Lewis. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Alexander Drago Volta.
You ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it.
Derek Lewis attended Kilgore College on a full football scholarship. Has really found his niche though in mixed martial arts. All right, so a big early land by the boxer. He put a lot of steam on that one as he's able to get that hook out.
He lands perfect. I mean, he throws it perfect. Right hand is always where it needs to be. If he throws it with the right, the left hand's always where it needs to be. It's tight, it's crisp, and it lands with a lot of power. Fight behind a nice jab. Oh, nice. And that's the danger in the engagement there. Big double leg, double chin.
Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet. See, I'm not sure how he stayed upright.
I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, to stay standing shows and talk to your toughness.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here.
Oh,
All right, well, good news is he rocked him. Bad news is he wasn't able to finish the job, and now his opponent's back in the fight.
I mean, you don't get those opportunities very often. You got to take full advantage of them when they're presented to you.
Fighter lands a jab.
He's got to throw that kick behind those punches.
Big right hook coming, it's blocked.
So powerful. That timing was on point. Nice takedown.
Volkov's in half guard. Side control now.
He's in a dominant position. Look at him attacking the wrist.
Oh, that Kimura looks tight. Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory. The fighter's on point tonight, lands a beautiful kick.
Both fighters exchange in the pocket here. Oh, tags him with the straight. Nice job there by Volkov.
He's got some hands, man.
Shows him the left and then follows it up with a right. Nice 1-2 punch there by Lewis. Right on the button.
Hurt bad. Beautiful defensive skills on display.
15 seconds to go. Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Look at this. Uses his knees to the body.
Shot down, straight ahead.
Settle down. Listen, you are taking way too much damage to the body, man. All right? Remember how we trained for this. All right? We're not protecting the body.
All right, a lot of high-level striking action in that last round. Daniel, take us through it if you will.
Tit for tat. Who has the best chin? It seemed as though they were looking for that answer. Both guys took risk. What a fantastic round.
Round 2 now. Alexander Volkov.
You ready to fight?
And the inimitable Black Beast, Derek Lewis. All right, so as this next round gets underway, hopefully the good action we saw in the last round will continue. Both fighters certainly had their ups and downs. Both got the offense going. But now we'll see if one fighter or the other can really take control of what has been a very close fight thus far. Straight lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those.
Huge left hand. Volkov's strike attempt there is blocked. Beautiful technique on the straight right hand. Takedown defense holds up.
Now they separate. He's got the single collar tie.
Volkov's elbow blocked. Somehow, his opponent stayed up with him.
I mean, he's still on his feet, but he's not up by much. Both landed.
So a much different approach for him here in this second round. He was a little bit tentative in round one, a little bit of a...
Both tough, both good, both unwilling to take a step back. What a phenomenal fight.
Throws a big right hand, but doesn't find its home. Just over 2 minutes now to go in round two. Oh, connects with the 1-2. And back to his feet.
He's hurting bad, man. That right hook is nasty. Nice punch to the head.
And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Again, going back to the jab just out of range. Under a minute to go here in our second round. Effective use of the jab there by Lewis. Volkov's bleeding from the mouth now. A cut there on his lip. That doesn't look like fun.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished.
Final seconds here. I mean, you gotta be kidding me with that knockout. If that is not the #1 play on SportsCenter tonight, I'm not sure what would top it. One of the best knockouts we've seen all year.
In a very long time. I have not seen someone look this good. He promised us something, and he delivered with that beautiful knockout.
Let's get it to Bruce Buffer to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 55 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, Alexander Drago Volkov.
So the celebration is on with him and his team, and rightfully so. A monumental result tonight as he gets the win by knockout.
He spoke it into existence. He said over and over to anyone that'll listen, I am going to knock this man out. He did it in an even more impressive fashion than he ever could have imagined.
Our tale of the tape for this welterweight fight. To get us started with the official introductions, we go inside to the veteran voice of the Octagon. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Daniel D. Rodriguez. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, the future, Ian Machado Gary.
Ready. Ready. Let's do it.
All right, so here's the oncoming force at welterweight, Ian Machado Gary, getting ready for round 1. A lot of different ways that he can attack in this particular matchup. He actually told us on Thursday he feels like his grappling might rule the day, but this man is a striker at heart. As well-rounded as he may be, you gotta think that his long-range weapons are going to be a big part of the arsenal of the game plan. shifts in MMA, but he's doing a nice job blocking these shots.
He's not allowing his opponent to get any damage off on him by blocking all these attacks.
So more output, at least in the early going. And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands. Oh, setting up the left hook, but out of range. Gary gets the single leg takedown. Nicely done there. Midway through round one. High-level guard pass there as he moves into half guard.
You know the guy's going to his left on the pass, but you cannot stop him. He is tremendous at passing the guard.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. All right, north-south position here. We'll see if the crowd can be mature about this, DC. Man, isn't it fun to watch this dude work on the mat?
He's unbelievable how fluid he is in his motions on the mat.
All right, working in here.
You cannot sit in these jiu-jitsu guys' guard. And you can't have one arm in, one arm out. Guys will start throwing up legs, chasing triangles. He needs
fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage.
Ian Machado Gary's right back to the full mat.
Massive shots from the top. Look at him attack that arm triangle on the opposite side. When it's time to finish, he will lock his hands, pass his body all the way to the opposite side, drop his chest to get all the way down to his opponent's neck to try to choke him out and finish his fight.
45 seconds to go here in round one. All right, half guard position here. We'll see what he can do with it. A lot of weapons at his disposal from this dominant position.
Oh, man. I feel for a wrestler. This is the most dominant position in all.
And now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Beautiful level change. Make him think he's going low and come right over the top with that beautiful overhand. Great punch.
What a fight so far.
All right, take a seat. You okay? All right. Breathe. We've been here before. It's okay. You just got caught. I need this round to be sharp.
All right, now we take a look back at some of the action in that previous round, DC. A lot to like on both sides here.
I mean, both were intent on going forward. And what happens when nobody wants to take a step back? They meet in the middle. That's exactly what they did, and they both found success over the course of that round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, let's get to round two. And that one certainly found the target.
Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
Huge shot finds the target there.
Great shot lands. Now he's got to go find that follow-up attempt. The kill shot is what they call it to go and end the fight.
Big left hand there inside.
Oh, nice body shot.
Oh, nice job to block the kick. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on.
He's got to keep pressing here. Oh, body shot.
Big right hand there.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad.
Well, he was setting up the hooks early and often tonight. Watch for him to try to set it up again here. Knee is blocked. All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut.
Just over 2 minutes to go in round two. Oh, bleeding from his cheek now. Damage done. So pretty good recovery by the opponent after getting stunned pretty good. Gotta capitalize on those opportunities.
I mean, you can't waste these opportunities. You don't get them as often as you'd like. So when you get a guy hurt, you got to find a way to finish the fight.
Back to the feet now.
A big, massive hook that really has put his opponent on skates.
Looked like it did stun him a little bit.
This man is landing brutal ground and pound.
Oh, he just continues to attack that cut around the eye. Gotta think his vision's compromised now.
As he should, right? He sees it. Nice sub attempt.
Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in. Oh, he escapes.
He got out. Wow, that is great submission defense.
Postures up now and lands a devastating strike to the head. Machado carries it halfway. Well, thank God the left one's open because that right eye is really starting to shut. 2 rounds in the books. All right, so the round was done. Cut on the cheek, sustained in that round. Cut man in there quickly as usual to... So the crowd voicing its appreciation after that round. We had a knockdown courtesy of a punch midway through. DC, here's your highlight.
It was straight. He threw him in combination and landed that big punch that really did hurt his opponent. Lesser men would have been done. He's got a tough guy in front of him. He will have to go back to this again. He will have to get back to this action if he wants to get the desired finish.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. Well, we wondered earlier why there weren't as many body strikes. He's huge strike lands there, DC.
He landed that massive shot. Now he needs to try to find the next shot to follow up after he finished the fight.
Takes his back now.
Now he's going full mount.
Well, no feeling out process tonight. Both fighters invoking damage on the other, DC.
Yes, we knew this would be very competitive. We knew that this was a tough fight. We knew that both guys would be very evenly matched in this fight. But we didn't expect to see this type of war between these two guys. There it is. Now he's running him out.
All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Machado Gary's back in full mount.
Beautiful transition.
Well, we got a lot of blood now, ladies and gentlemen. I think my mother just turned off the TV, but every time that area gets targeted, that cut is getting worse and closer, theoretically, to the end of the fight.
Yeah, and, you know, when you got a person like this in front of you that is so good at what they do, when you are bleeding like this and the work is showing, you got to try to find a way to stop them. He needs to try to get a takedown or something, because the more he's standing, the more he's going to have to deal with this cut, and now all the blood that's coming from the cut.
2 minutes now to go in this one. All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you get up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Ian Machado Gary.
Oh.
Nicely done. Machado Gary's eye is closing up. Ground and pound strike there now. Final 10 seconds of the fight. Making all these shots count.
Stop.
All right, the official decision is in. It resides with the venerable Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges scored the contest 30-27, 9-28, and 30-27. For the winner by unanimous decision, Daniel D-Rod Rodriguez.
All right, congratulations to him. He is your winner by unanimous decision, and certainly a dominant performance here tonight.
Yeah, he did a great job of just dictating and controlling all the engagements of this fight. His opponent never really had an opportunity to lead the dance. He did that from start to finish, and he wins a unanimous decision.
Well, Floyd Mayweather talks a lot about hard work and dedication, and that has been the root of this light heavyweight contender getting back to a championship fight. We'll see what he does with it here tonight, Jim.
He's a grinder, John, and you knew that he would get back here. You knew that he would find a way to put himself right back on the verge of becoming the man. He has seen it before. He has done it. He has been here. He recognizes and knows that the changes necessary were done in the gym. He's ready, prepared. He's sure. He knows in his mind that by the end of the night, he's holding championship gold.
And there was a time when this division was top heavy. Now the top 15 is absolutely loaded. He has emerged out of that pack. We'll see if he becomes the new champion. Anthony "Rumble" Johnson, as usual, ready to battle as he tries to take home the title. All right, folks, here he is with much fanfare, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion. Big challenge in front of him tonight, but this man looks like an individual who could reign for something.
Well, he ran atop what was the UFC's glamour division. You go from Tito Ortiz to Chuck Liddell to Randy Couture, John Jones, Mauricio Shogun, who has so many great champions that held this title, that there is a lot of credibility that comes with it. This man loves that he is the 205-pound champion and knows how difficult it is to reign for a long time in such a tough division.
A lot of budding contenders coming his way. We'll see how he handles this particular challenge here tonight. And all the hype gives way to the action here. Both fighters have now touched down on the canvas, and we are ready to go from the Mecca, Madison Square Garden, here in New York, New York. Our tale of the tape for this light heavyweight championship fight. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. It's time! And now, 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Anthony "Rumble" Johnson! And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, Khalil Roundtree Jr.
Herb Dean, our third man in the octagon for this one.
Good.
Caution, flammable. Here is Anthony "Rumble" Johnson. You can ask Ryan Bader about the power and what he brings to the table. Early in fights, late, 16 career wins by knockout. Best of luck to the opposition tonight.
It got checked.
Roundtree gets caught with that punch. Oh, that strike to the body, man. Oh, beautiful. trying to hammer that big leg. Glancing right hand lands upstairs.
And everything's landing with so much power.
Man, these guys have some chins on them. Huge shots being landed on both sides. Roundtree Jr. gets tattooed by a solid uppercut there. Can't take too many more of those. Throwing that jab yet again out of range. Johnson doing a nice job staying upright here. Nicely done to the body. Johnson's hook shot blocked. That one was telling. This is in a lot of trouble now.
That was Cain Velasquez's punch of choice. Every time he landed that overhand right, he hurt people bad. And this guy has his opponent hurt very badly again.
Under 2 minutes to go in a back-and-forth first round here. Well, his opponent seemed to be stunned to a significant extent, but was able to recover. It's almost like he let him off the hook.
Kind of let him off the hook. He needed to really put his foot on the gas to try to find that finish.
Roundtree's got a cut on the field.
He can't even stand.
Oh, gotta keep pressing here.
And this is a great fight.
They're going at it here. Huge shots landing on both sides. Nice leg kick.
That punch right there. His opponent's compromised, DC.
It's one thing to land a hard shot. It's another thing completely to land a soft shot. That was a perfect shot.
20 seconds now remain in the round. Johnson's eye is starting to swell shut. Oh, he might get finished here. Oh, saved by the bell. The round is over. He got stunned by a massive shot just before the end of the round. So now he goes back to the stool, wobbly a little bit. We'll see if the corner can maximize these 60 seconds and keep his head in the fight. All right, there's the end of the round, so it was a huge strike to the head that stunned his opponent and nearly got him out of there.
Yeah, that was a big moment. A big strike lands. His opponent's on wobbly legs. That is exactly what you want to see as you're walking back to your stool. Your opponent staggering back to his corner and being hopeful that he can get it back together before the start of the next round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we are, early round 2. All right, so after one of the more energetic
Massive hook land. Seems to be on his way out.
Johnson's attempt there is oh!
You heard him bad. Big right hand.
Well, it's been a wild fight thus far. Perhaps a contender for some bonus money at fight's end. These guys are going to have to dig deep. They're both hurt.
They're both hurt. You expected it, though. You expected a close fight. You did not expect it. He has to evade and stay in space. Oh, that right hand barely missed there. Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
Kick to the body now. That one won't land.
That was nice strike.
Strong. Oh!
Oh, again.
Man, as he landed a high volume of strikes here in round 2, definitely picking up the pace after round 1. So he got the message from the corner. Back to his feet. And there it is!
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, man, crowd just a gorgeous shot there to end the fight. Really just the way he drew it up. He found the opening and capitalized on it to the utmost extent. Nicely done to finish the fight. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 56 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Rumble Johnson.
Well, congratulations are in order to Anthony Rumble Johnson. He came into the fight having won 8 UFC bonuses, and given that performance, I wouldn't be surprised to see him secure a 9th. I have called this guy the most vaunted power threat in the history of the UFC, and I think he showed you exactly why here tonight. Another major milestone checked off the bucket list for Anthony Rumble Johnson here tonight. Championship opportunity in the UFC strawweight division. You have really done something. Any of these women in the top 10 on any given Saturday night might be able to beat the champion. Their opportunity beckons here tonight.
Yeah, she's a great fighter, and she has prepared herself to go and become the champion. Easier said than done. We all know that. But when you talk to this woman, she believes it's only a matter of time before she has that belt wrapped around her waist. But I don't know if she even understands how much life changes when that happens.
She did say to us in the fighter meeting, though, I'm not blind to the fact that if I don't win tonight, I may never get another crack at the strawweight title. We'll see if she can maximize the moment. Well, it is ubiquitously regarded as the deepest division in women's MMA. We're talking about strawweight, 115 pounds, and this is the incumbent, the woman who has reigned over this division for some time.
Everybody's chasing her, but she wouldn't have it any other way. She wants to be the hunter, because in that is fear, and that fear leads her to prepare better. It makes her get better every single day she steps into the training room. She told us, even though we were impressed in the last fight, it's going to be much better tonight as she holds on to her championship belt.
You're exactly right. She was a little bit critical of that last outing, despite the public's appreciation of it. She believes she can take her game to a next level here tonight and get a finish against the number 1 contender. Our tale of the tape for this strawweight championship fight. We send it inside the octagon. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC strawweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, John Magnum Wesley. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, Thug Rose Namajunas.
Herb Dean, third man in the octagon tonight. How about the crowd pop as Thug Rose Namajunas got back on the proving ground tonight? She'll try to make it 3 head-to-head wins over Zhang Weili. Sort of rare when you have 2-0 in the trilogy to have this fight materialize, but Zhang Weili has been so good of late, she's actually a slight favorite tonight.
It's because Zhang Weili keeps winning. Every time she is matched up with someone else, she gets the job done. But how does she get the job done against Rose Namajunas? In the second fight, we saw Zhang Weili use wrestling early, but get taken down late. Zhang Weili, if she wants to win, needs to use that wrestling early, but be more comfortable on her feet. I understand Rose knocked her out once, but that isn't something that you expect multiple times. And for Namajunas, she's got to continue to mix things up, use her championship-level experience to carry her to victory once again. Nice.
Well-placed kick there by Zhang Weili.
Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah.
Just unable to quite find that range.
That was a big check.
One of her coaches, the captain, Eric Albarracin, has said Zhang Weili is the most gifted athlete he's ever coached, man or woman. Probably her best strike of the fight.
Her best strike. You don't see this type of power normally in this weight class, but she lands, and she lands very effectively.
Just over 2 minutes to go. Zhang going for the takedown here, nothing doing there. Lands a jab. So just over 20 total strikes, which have landed for Weili Zhang. Thug Rose gets the double leg takedown. How good was that? Oh, she's got the guillotine choke here. Oh, that is wicked tight. She might have it.
It looks like she's going to finish this fight by guillotine. She's got her down. Now she's got to lock her guard and start to feed the hip as she pulls her way back to get her to submit.
Oh, how good is that as she gets out?
She is so aware on the ground, and she escapes a deep submission attempt.
Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. Zhang's in half guard.
That was a swift transition.
Right into side control. Namajunas is able to transition back to side control now. She's really accurate landing these strikes from top position. That's really good defensive awareness by the opposition. She's not going to get submitted. Round 2 is next.
Take a deep breath and recover. This next round, you really want to focus on ground control. You have to set up your takedown. I want you to maintain a dominant position.
All right, great round it was. Let's take a look back at some of the highlights, DC. A lot for the replay guys to choose from.
Yeah, a lot for the replay guys to choose from. But, John, it's going to be mostly kicks.
Right.
She landed them over and over again, found her target, locked in on it, and drove her shin right through her opponent's body. That was a great display of kicking in the UFC.
All right, 5 minutes down. Here we go with the start of round 2.
Ready.
Rose Namajunas
Good.
and Weili Zhang. All right, here we go with our next round. Previous round, both fighters had their moments. We'll see who takes the upper hand here.
Both had their moments, but nobody really stood out. Nobody separated themselves from the other fighter. Which of these two women is going to be able to really charge out ahead in the next round?
Misses with the right hand. Maybe leather landed on both sides in that exchange.
She lands a nice leg kick here.
Oh, she works the body as well as anybody in this division. Another strike there, and these shots are really going to take their toll as this fight moves on. Zhang gets hit with a kick. Oh, nicely done by her there. She's got the single collar in the clinch. Well, she continues to land to the body, attacking those organs, right? Not a lot of protection there, and you're seeing some visible damage now on the other side.
Visible damage. She's done a tremendous job understanding and recognizing where the weakness was. And she has exploited that, and she's going to continue as she tries to get her hand raised.
Veteran move there with the trip takedown for Thug Rose Namajunas. Her head coach, Trevor Whitman, can't say enough good things about her demeanor, her ability to execute on fight night, and as usual, she is sharp here in this one. Well, doing her able best to avoid the ground and pound here. Nice job by her. Good job by her here to land some strikes from top position. Shong's in half guard now. All right, into full guard here, DC. Where does she go from here?
She needs to be passing. Right away passing. Trying to pass to get this ground and pound off.
Shong's trying to get a triangle here. Oh, compromising spot here. Chocolate chip is locked in.
Good job by the team.
All right, so her submission attempt is denied yet again. She's going to keep going for it, but the defense has held up every step of the way thus far.
She has to keep going for it. Because if she wants a chance, she's got to keep trying to throw up submission. Unfortunately, she is trying to submit one of the best grapplers in the division. She could get the sub here. She is so dominant from the top position.
Shong's back into full guard.
Big ground and pound.
Oh, and how about that? They make their way back to the feet. Crowd going crazy. What a moment for these two athletes.
The crowd is losing their mind. While they like the grappling, they love a good stand-up fight.
Right, that's the end of round number 2.
Calm down. Calm down. You know she's landing way too many body shots. What's that about? Come on, look alive out there. Stay alert. Stay focused.
All right, there's the horn. Let us now check out some of the action from that round, DC. What a display of striking.
Yeah, John, she did a great job. I mean, she knew exactly what she needed to do, and she mixed everything up beautifully, right? Every punch landed to a kick. Whenever her opponent thought kicks, she would follow up with punches. It was a masterclass in striking over the course of that round.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Round 3 of a possible 5. Left hook to the head. Well, she whiffs on the straight right hand. Namajunas gets lit up by that straight punch. Oh, she lands another strike to the body here and really just continuing to punish her opponent's midsection here in this round, just like she did in the previous one. Back and forth we go. Trying to land the elbow there to no avail.
Beautiful job by the champion.
Now these two women separate from the clinch. Takedown defense holds up. Uppercut lands. Trying to kick the leg out. That landed. Just over 3 minutes now to go. Wadley gets caught by that straight punch there. All right, nice body attack there, and damage really starting to pile up on that fighter's side.
Well, she hasn't defended it. Of course, it's starting to pile up. She's getting beat up to the body. She has got to do something. She's got to she can't react anymore. She's got to get out ahead of these body attacks, or she's going to continue to get beat up in this position.
Knocked out, her opponent still standing.
She's still standing, but she's got to get on her bike now. She's got to get out to the center of the octagon, find some space so that she can evade her opponent from finishing her. Oh, my goodness.
Beautiful combination.
Oh, nice right hand.
What a fight we got going on here. Big head kick. All right, so the unofficial numbers tell you 77 total strikes have landed for Weili Zhang. And landing with 40% accuracy tonight against Rose Namajunas. All right, less than a minute here to go now in round 3. All right, full guard here if you're the bottom fighter. Trying to prevent the half guard, I would say.
Yes, absolutely. Trying to keep her in full guard, throw up some submissions to get back to your feet.
Zhang's in half guard.
Doing good. It's okay.
That was nice.
Well, Namajunas is looking for an arm bar here. Looks pretty tight, DC.
It's getting tight right now, John.
Oh, she got out. How good is that? All right, that's 3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship rounds.
Okay, that was a good round. You were all over. You own her on the ground, okay? You're going to keep owning her on the ground, but you're going to close the show here, all right? You're going to take her down. You're going to pass.
All right, let us now check out some of the action from that round, DC, and what a display of striking for her.
Yeah, she did a fantastic job of finding her spot, putting herself in position where she was the one landing and really dictating the pace of the fight. She did a great job of mixing up everything to get in control.
You ready to fight? Ready. Do it.
4th round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go. I'm excited, man. 4th round is underway as we hit these championship rounds. Both of these women with a lot still left in the tank, or so it seems.
They did a great job preparing themselves for the long fight. Let's see who can sustain the energy over the next minute.
Oh, is that a huge strike right there, DC?
Great shot landed. Now she's got to go chase her down and get another one off to finish the fight. Really nice job blocking that shot. Oh, nice double leg, yes.
All right, she's in full guard here, DC.
She's going to be looking to pass, try to get to the next position.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Zhang Weili. Oh, she's got her back.
Let's go. We got a scramble here.
And now she's in mode.
I need you to use that wrist control.
Nice positional control here. She's got her back now.
Let's go. Push, push, push. Get free.
Oh, excellent pressure here from top position by Rose Namajunas.
In the half guard.
Keep those hands high. Try to counter that hook.
Namajunas is back in full mount.
This is a terrible position. Great defense from her back.
By Zhang Weili. The ground strikes starting to pile up. All right, so you see some welting now on the thigh a little bit as she continues to attack that area effectively.
It's a big part of the leg, so it takes a little longer to really start to see the effects of what you're doing. Right now, she's landing, but down the line, boy, she stays the course, it'll pay dividends.
That takedown. Let's win the round.
1 minute now to go in round 4 of a possible 5. All right, so a storyline developing. You see a cut has been they're probably her best strike of the fight.
Her best strike, and you don't see this type of power normally in this weight class, but she lands, and she lands very effectively. Guillotine jump.
Do you believe it? Another 5 minutes coming up. All right, there's the horn indicating the end of the round. So potentially a big factor here, ladies and gentlemen. The cut on the cheek sustained in that round. Certainly better to be below than above the eye, but the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. Well, she's done a nice job just hammering the cut on that eye. I'm not sure how much more fight time we're going to have tonight.
Yeah, she will not be able to go through this much longer. She took way too many shots to the eye, and now she's dealing with a nasty cut. She's got to be more focused on the defensive side if she wants an opportunity to win this fight.
You ready to fight? Ready.
So here it is, folks. 5th and final round.
Go after. Go after. Finish it. Finish it.
Oh, nice jab to the dome by Zhang Weili.
Keep moving. Keep moving. Get out of there.
Big power shot there. Sean's shot is blocked.
She got that leg kick off quick.
Well, she lands another strike to the body here, and the percentage is getting high now in terms of the body strikes landed. Didn't see a lot of that earlier on, making up for lost time here. Well, she's been good tonight, but she missed with that one. Nice crack there. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Looked like she landed a punch to the head there in the clinch.
She lands a beautiful leg kick. The issue with that kick, as effective as it is, might get checked at the Anderson Silva situation.
There's her pocket leg kick. Under 3 minutes now to go round 5. All right, I'm going to put you in this fighter's shoes, okay? She is clearly losing this fight. Time is not her friend right now. You going for the finish or what?
I am biting down on the mouthpiece, and I am swinging from the hip. Something has to land so that she can win this fight.
Well, this is one of the more active rounds we have seen all night long. Both of these women have realized success with the striking, and both seem damaged.
It's always fun when you get a fight like this, where you see the blood on both sides, where you see the swelling of
What a strike by her there. I'd be knocked out. Her opponent still stands.
She's still standing, but she's got to get on her bike, man. She's got to get out to the 60-yard line, find some space so that she can fade before finishing.
Able to check that kick as well. Well, how urgent is this fighter down the stretch? She is really lighting her up now. She found her range in the middle of this fight, and she is making up for lost time. Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. 1 minute to go in the fight. Whaley gets caught by that straight punch. Can't take too many more of those. Push kick there to the body. Hook attempt now blocked, though, by Jean. Push kick there to the body. And there's a takedown attempt. The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest 39-46. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC strawweight champion of the world, Thug Rose Namajunas.
All right, so what an effort tonight as we congratulate Thug Rose Namajunas. It's hard to just say Rose Namajunas without the Thug Rose. It's become her calling, and she was at her thuggish best tonight.
Another big victory for Rose Namajunas as she continues to add to a great legacy in this division.
Every time she fights and you got a microphone, you know what the people want to hear.
They want to hear the Thug Rose. Man, that was one of the greatest nights that I've ever experienced as Rose became the champion. And tonight, she gets another big victory. Congratulations to Rose Namajunas.
All right, here he is, folks, with much fanfare, the assassin baby, Brandon Moreno, another flyweight championship showcase for the former king here tonight, and he believes he's going to be the one sitting on the throne at night's end.
I mean, John, no one would have ever thought that Brandon Moreno would become this. Become the guy that won the championship, fought for the championship. We thought when he had a draw against Deiveson Figueiredo, he had overachieved. This man has now won that championship in dominant fashion and put himself right back in line to become champion again. A tremendous story, a tremendous fighter, and a guy that just inspires whenever you see Brandon Moreno.
Yeah, you put that well, and I think because of all the great knockouts in 2022, what he did against Kai Kara France sort of didn't get the attention championship with a body kick. Heavy stuff. Another highlight for Brandon Moreno. We'll see if he can get another one for the wheel tonight. All right, here he is, my 2023 Fighter of the Year and the undisputed UFC flyweight champion, Alexandre Pantoja. Pro debut at 17 years of age in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Finally breaks through to win the undisputed UFC title at 33 years of age. He is as watchable and as well-rounded as any fighter in the sport. And in advance of his first title defense in our fighter meeting, he said, now the focus is getting my pound-for-pound due. I know I'm the best flyweight in the world. I'm out to prove that again tonight. I want to show the masses that I can be the pound-for-pound king, and he might just be that guy. Well, it is the venue in which every UFC athlete hopes to one day compete, and we are now ready to go from Madison Square Garden here in New York City. All right, let's get you the tail of the tape for this flyweight championship fight. Now for the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. It's time! And now, 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Flyweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Brandon the Assassin Baby Moreno. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, Alexandre the Cannibal Pantoja.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready. Good.
All right, so here he is, the former UFC flyweight champion, Brandon Moreno. And when we asked him in our fighter meeting about ways to win this fight, he talked a lot about the jab, but he also believes if this fight hits a transition and goes to the ground, he will have a decided advantage in the jiu-jitsu round. Let us see if it plays out that way. Fighter trying to pass here, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
Got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are. Because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs. And if a person isn't very understanding of that, then you can really, really put some damage on them.
Just over 3 minutes to go.
He's got to be careful here.
Moving his head on the ground here, avoiding a lot of these big shots. All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh, yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage.
Oh, how about that reversal by him there? Oh, reverses the, setting up the sub here. Oh, arms in tight.
That's it. That's the end of the fight. It's got to be.
It's work. Let's stand it up. It's work.
This fight is over.
Whoa, submission defense. He gets out.
Calmness in that moment. It looked like the fight was over. He was able to clear his head, put the guy into the mount. Not a great position, but much better than getting his arm snapped in half from an over. He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
1 minute to go in the round.
He's going to start trying to move to a submission here. It looks like he's trying to attack the arm triangle.
Ooh, he's got it locked in.
Right to the knee on belly. Gains great posture and starts raining down punches. If his opponent does not move, this fight is going to be stopped. Nice.
Round 2 straight ahead.
His submission attempts are awesome. They're just falling a little short. This round, you have to get more aggressive. I want you to pound him out just a little bit more.
All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays from that last round.
Unbelievable to see these high-level competitors get in each other's face, tuck their chin, bite down on the mouth guard, and just let it all hang out over the course of 5 minutes.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Round 2 here. Well, he misses with the left punch here. Oh, and he tags him with the straight. Nice job there by Brandon Moreno.
That left hook was crazy.
Able to block that straight. Beautiful combination there. If you are teaching an up-and-coming fighter about throwing volume strikes effectively, you can do worse than watching a film on this.
It's a masterclass, John. It's a masterclass in mixing up the target, mixing up the strikes, and ending your combinations with the kick. Oh, nice right hand.
Well, DC, headgear's not allowed, but he has raised the hands, and he's doing a nice job protecting the dome.
He's great timing on that double leg.
Moreno's trying to get a triangle submission here. Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked up. Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
Well, he's on his back, but he's moving his head on the ground pretty well defensively. Gonna try to take his opponent's back here, and he does. Oh, how about that? Strong reversal on the ground.
Oh, right into mount.
Under 2 minutes now to go.
He's got to start throwing now.
Oh, the ground and pound is coming. Good movement to avoid some of that power coming back.
Nice transition.
Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better.
Watch the arm bar going up.
Oh, could be the beginning of the end. That looks tight. Wow, somehow, some way he gets the arm out.
It looked like he was done, John, but he was able to stay comfortable, stay patient, and now he finds himself safe.
Pantoja's got an arm. Looks like he's trying to lock up a Kimura. Oh, he's got the Kimura position locked in now. Oh, he's out. Pretty accurate there from bottom position.
And there you go, again, half guard.
Final seconds of the round. And now he's got the back.
Good round.
Nice job last round. Take a deep breath and relax. All right, this next round, we want to do the same thing. Let's get this fight back down to the ground, and then we're in your world.
Well, what a round it was, especially from a striking standpoint. DC, take us through.
High-level striking. I mean, this is what people come through the doors to see. Two men stand on a quarter, chest to chest, forehead to forehead, and let it all fly. I'm surprised nobody went out, but it does excite me for the next round.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Oh, and he tags him with the straight hand there. Beautifully done by Brandon Moreno.
Oh, big stick up top. That's another one.
Hook to the head there by Brandon Moreno.
I mean, oh, he jumped guillotine right away.
That guillotine is tight. Looking for the submission now. Back and forth we go.
Back and forth. These guys are fighting.
Good job by the champ there. Slide back up.
Oh, good defense. Yes. Yes, smart adjustment. Yep.
Posture's up now. That's a vicious head strike. How'd he take it? Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Moreno.
Now he's got good body position. Yep.
Posture's up and lands a brutal strike to the head. There's another ground strike for good measure. All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. The reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds because then they can be gone. He's got to drop his hips, be really heavy at the opponent's base, and then just start to work. Make the opponent give his back so that he can try to get his chokes off or find great ground and pound, but very patient ground and pound from such a dominant position. Nice.
Pantoja's right back to the full mount here. All right, so he can't get it here again. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. Great transition there as he reverses to top position. Beautiful work on the ground there by Brandon Moreno. If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move. You got to strip. You got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Oh, nice movement to avoid that strike coming down. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
All right, half guard position for him here, and I can hear Dominic Cruz in the back of my head just screaming about underhooks somewhere.
Yeah, he loves, but he's right? He's so right in terms of if you're on your back in the half guard, one thing you can't be is flat on your back. You need to be up on an elbow. Right. You need to be half on the side, and you need to control the far side underhook. It is a battle for underhook when you're fighting in the half guard position on the mat.
Make him step to his right.
All right, so there's the end of the round. We had a big submission attempt there midway through, but largely the submission defense held up.
It wasn't tight. We thought the fight was over, but stayed patient, stayed calm, relaxed, and found his way out of that deep submission.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here's round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. About the accuracy of land right there, his opponent's wobble champ.
He's hurt bad. He cannot take another shot like that.
His opponent's guard here, DC.
Just like this, now he's chasing the triangle.
And this could be trouble here. Looks like it's pretty tight. He's trying to work his head out of harm's way.
It might be over.
Well, postures up and lands a huge head strike there. Nicely done by Moreno. Constantly a moving target. All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back. Moreno's looking to pass out of the half guard and attain side control here, but unable to do so.
And there you go, again, half guard.
Keep working, keep working.
Getting them out here.
Prepárate, meu chapa. Espera agora.
Oh, gotta be careful there, yep.
postures up now. Oh, and delivers. All right, he continues to bully his opponent here, really manhandling him on the ground. Oh, what a moment there as they make their way back to the feet. Crowd may be drunk, but they're absolutely loving it.
Yeah, the crowd loves the stand-up fight. So all that grappling wasn't what they wanted to see. They're back up on their feet now, and they're popping for it. They're excited.
And both fighters exchange in the pocket.
And blocks that hard punch. Oh, nice takedown. Look at that. Recognize he's about to lose position.
Pantoja has got full mount now.
In the half guard.
Pantoja's right back to the full mount. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Oh, reverses the position now. Outstanding work on the ground by Brandon Moreno.
You need to work. I'll stand this up. It's work.
Inside the closed guard now. Pantoja's got his head. Let's see if he can secure the 15 choke here. Oh, great submission defense. Pretty athletic off his back to avoid that strike from the top. 10 seconds to go in round 4. Buzzer sounds for the end of round 4. 20 minutes in the books. All right, we now take a look back at some of the highlights from that last round, DC. A lot for the replay guys to choose from.
I mean, these guys are going to be very busy trying to find what replay to show you guys. Lands on both sides of the octagon. Both guys fought great. What a phenomenal round.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Here we go, 5th and final round. There's that patented single. Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Brandon Moreno.
Now he's going full mount.
Moreno's in half guard.
There it is. Now he's on the mount. Changing the position.
Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
These are big shots, and they're not glancing blows. When he's throwing, he is landing so clean that his head is starting off the mat.
All right, dominant position here. He's got the full mount. A lot of different ways he can go here. Maybe try to find an arm bar or just get the ground and pound.
Can attack submission, but those submissions will present themselves once he is landing that brutal ground and pound he is known for. Because then his opponent will start to get a little bit desperate to get out from under him, which will then in turn leave arms dangling, or he'll turn to his knees and get choked out.
Pantoja's back in full mount. Really maximizing his shots here on the ground. Another ground and pound strike gets home.
Gotta be careful here. Oh, right into mount.
All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man.
In position for a submission attempt here. Oh, he might be in trouble here.
Oh, no, oh, no!
now and lands a vicious head strike. The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 48-47. For the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, Alejandro "The Cannibal" Pantoja.
And still UFC flyweight champion. And people are always denigrating the flyweights, right? Always banging on the flyweights. How about this champion?
I mean, when you have a champion like this, it's hard to say 125 division doesn't matter. People tune in to watch him perform. He is a great fighter.
Here is Sean O'Malley, the #1 bantamweight contender and perhaps a future world champion. There were a lot of us that believed in this man early on. And I think those that didn't are now getting on board that bandwagon, getting off the crowd.
Well, I'll tell you this much, John. I never thought he would be the #1 contender this soon. But he showed that it's not just confidence. He's not just spewing words. He has the actions to back up those words. That's why you saw him in that competitive fight with Fioriano. That's why you have seen him compete well against the best fighters in the world. That's why you see him so close to a championship opportunity. But there's one last step, and that's getting a win tonight.
And obviously that is easier said than done, but Sean O'Malley has this intricate training camp built entirely around him. And there is no denying his status right now as one of the very best 135-pound fighters in the world. This is not your father's bantamweight division, right, DC? A lot of people would argue in this era, 135 pounds, 1 through 50 is the UFC's deepest division, and this is the champion who has emerged from that talented fight.
Yeah, it's a very tough weight class. You look at the top 15, all these guys are so talented. But when you look at the champ, you can see that there's something different about him. It's in his swagger. It's in his abilities. It's in his idea that he is just so much better than everyone else. It's easy to compose that unless he keeps winning. That's exactly what he's done.
He's mastered the game. He's mastered the weight cut. He's got every skill in the book. Most believe it's going to take a Herculean effort to dethrone that champion here tonight. Steps inside the octagon. He is ready to fight. Our tale of the tape for this bantamweight championship fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Sugar Sean O'Malley. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, Pepper Namasteya.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready?
All right, well, this matchup was a direct byproduct of Sean Shelby's vision. Petr Yan and Sean O'Malley. Dana White had to be convinced that O'Malley was ready for this challenge, and Sean certainly was surprised that Yan accepted. But here we go.
He's in a lot of trouble now.
As his opponent postures up, he opens it.
North-south position. Come on, Croc. Get your mind out of the gutter.
O'Malley gets up and decides to take this fight back to its feet, despite having a seemingly dominant position on the ground.
Ooh, what a punch.
Oh, here comes the kick. That one blocked by Petr Yan.
I give one, I take one. You give one, you take one. That's how this fight is being played out.
All right, good start for the Sugar Show. Sean O'Malley realizing particular success with that left hand.
Yeah, he's got a great left hand. He's so long for the weight that he pops the jab and he just darts it with the left hand. And you see it on full display right now.
Hook to the head by Yan. Oh, what a connection by him there. His opponent could be out of here soon, DC.
It's almost done. I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, you don't know whether to run, hide, grab, or wrestle. He's confused. He's as confused as he was on his first test.
Might get the TKO here.
Gotta be careful here.
Well, he's got his back now. Well, it looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. Ooh, found a hole for that knee. Oh, and so now he lands another combination, so it's never just one shot. There's always two or three coming behind.
A lot of times people throw singular strikes. Not this, gentlemen. This man is stringing 4, 5, 6 in a row. What a great job.
Yan gets caught by the straight punch. Big shots being landed on both sides here. Just misses there with the left. Well, champ, I don't see that well, but it's hard to miss the redness underneath that elbow. A lot of bodily investment from his opponent tonight.
Yeah, it's an investment, John. It makes
Huge strike right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
massive shot that he landed. Great job.
Final seconds here in round one. He's cut above the eye now from that strike, so we'll see how the fighter deals with that definite adversity now. All right, good news is the round is over. Bad news, Yan's bleeding from the forehead there a little bit. It doesn't appear to be too bad. The focus for the cut man, though, to make sure that he can stop the bleeding and not allow the blood to get into the eyes. All right, so there's the end of the round. Few things in MMA more devastating than a head kick, and nearly produced a knockout for him there.
We talked to him earlier in the week, and he talked about chances to take the kicks high. He got a chance. He took it. He landed that kick and almost got the fight finished. Let's see if he can go and do that again.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Round two underway. Hook to the body. Picture perfect shot here, DC.
I mean, the fight is going to be over. I can't believe he's still standing. That shot landed perfect. Trading huge shots. Let's see who's going to be the last man standing. Fighter lands a nasty kick.
Doing a real nice job with these leg kicks, trying to slow his opponent. These guys are absolutely getting after it. Huge shots landing on both sides. Oh! Big right for O'Malley.
Keep the pressure on.
Oh, nice high kick. He's hurt bad. Oh, that's good.
Big left hook. Rips the body there.
Hurt him again.
Both fighters hanging down in the pocket and both landing. Trying to go to the body here, unable to find the target. Under 3 minutes to go here in round two. Clipped him with the right hand there. Oh, the the Sugar Show. Sean O'Malley lands the left hand yet again. He's about as accurate with that thing as anybody in this division.
I think that's what's most impressive about Sugar Sean O'Malley, is even though he's still young in his career, he has a patience and a calmness about himself in there that not many people possess. But that left hook, that's one of those shots that if you take one of them, if you're in the night, that will land you right on the spot.
Well, he rocked him, but couldn't finish.
He rocked him. He hurt him bad. He couldn't find that one shot. Okay, could not shoot the lights off. And now he passed for trying to find that shot again.
Well, you can sense the corner frustration.
I mean, geez Louise. They're so evenly matched. They're going tit for tat.
Well, he was a little bit lackluster in round one. You can't say the same here in this second round. He has really picked up the pace, an uptick in the aggression and the output, and starting to find his range here in the pocket. Just out of range with that strike. Well, you know this is the hurt business, and both guys are compromised at this stage of the fight.
Yeah, both guys are compromised. Both guys have been beat up. Both guys have done a great job of landing, recognizing what they wanted to get done, and it's showing. This is a very evenly matched fight.
Round three next. All right, there's the horn, and what a round it was for him, DC. And look at him walking back to that corner. He's feeling himself a little bit.
Oh, he's feeling himself. And look at his coaches. They're all celebrating because they know that if they stay the course, if they do the exact same thing, they may be able to find the finish this time.
All right, so a huge round for him there. That head kick probably would have had me out for good. The guy survives to see another round.
Yeah, but he'll go back to that. It landed so perfectly. He set it up great. He did a great job of mixing up the target early, going up high, and getting the desired result.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go with this third round of this championship fight. Jab gets through for Sean. Back to his feet. Well, MMA is a constant exercise in risk mitigation, right? But it would seem to me that if he really goes for it offensively, you get him out of there.
Well, he's got him hurt. He's got him hurt. He's got him hurt multiple times in one round. It looks like he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now. Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
Heavy shots raining down. Great reversal to top position by Sean O'Malley. Oh, big shots from the top. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. O'Malley's looking to go from the full to the half guard here. Opponent not having it. Making all these shots count. All right, we now go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 57 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC bantamweight champion of the world, Pepper
All right, so he came into this fight as the unquestioned best 135-pound fighter in the world, and nothing about that effort will change that narrative. Congrats to the still UFC bantamweight champ.
Congratulations to the bantamweight champion.